Borderlands 2 is one of the greatest gaming sequels ever made, and joins a short and prestigious list of gaming sequels that managed to supersede their previous incarnations, such as Mass Effect 2 and Uncharted amongst thieves. The mark of a great sequel is that it manages to exceed, not subvert, the expectations of players and critics alike. The idea that subverting the expectations of video game players and audiences of films and television series has, unfortunately, become all too popular at the moment, and we have seen how destructive this idea can become to great storylines such as Game of Thrones. Although subverting the expectations of an audience can be successfully implemented, especially in good thriller stories and films, it cannot be implemented just for the sake of simply subverting expectations. Good sequels rely on being able to deliver the expected, but in a way that seems fresh and new. A great sequel balances the familiar with the new to provide an evolved experience. From the onset, Borderlands 2 sets out to offer the player much more variety with respect to different environmental designs. The original Borderlands had many strengths, but despite good level design, many of the environments did look similar to one another, especially with regards to the colour palette used. The sequel provides a large number of varied environments, from ice-laden and snow-filled landscapes to futuristic cityscapes, through arid desert to highlands with waterfalls and rock formations. In comparison to the original, the sequel is noticeably larger. There are even more gun types, which offer many different ways to approach combat, new elemental damage types to use and to avoid, new vehicle types, numerous new side missions, plenty of locations to discover, and a multitude of new enemy types. The story is even more engaging than that within Borderlands, wrapped in delicious, well-placed moments of hilarity, introducing an array of new characters as well as one of the greatest game villains of all time, the darkly comical Handsome Jack. 4 new playable characters create ample opportunity to try out an array of new skills and gameplay ideas, and the idea that these new novices become involved and interact with the original 4 playable Vault Hunters from the first game is an exceedingly well thought out and implemented story device. Overall, the gameplay is better than the original, it feels less clunky, and the AI is less predictable. Having said this though, the gameplay mechanics are starting to show their age compared to very recent first-person shooter games such as Call of Duty Black Ops 4. The brilliant Jesper Kyd returns with an evolved original soundtrack that integrates themes and ideas from the original whilst delivering new themes and ideas. The music envelops the whole gaming experience and stamps the game with a fresh individuality. The HD remastered version of the game, which is part of the Handsome collection, also provides all 4 of the additional downloadable content packs, each providing even more content, with new and entertaining stories to discover and enjoy. In addition to this are the true and ultimate Vault Hunter replay modes, each raising the difficulty of the game, adding new enemy types, and of course providing even better loot. In almost every aspect, Borderlands 2 delivers an evolved and improved experience over its predecessor. It successfully exceeds any expectations that a player of Borderlands may have had. Borderlands 2 deserves the positive critical appraisal that it has received from players and critics alike, and is a must-play gaming experience.